Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Friday the 26th of February's spelling lesson. We're on the third and final rule for our spelling after a W, after the letter W in our words. So today we're going to look at the O sound in our words that are spelt with a A-R after the W. And you see when we have a W and we have an A-R spelling, but it makes the O sound that we hear. So the rule is that when we see a spelling or we hear a sound in a word with the O sound after a W, it is spelled with an AR. And here are some examples. So we have war. Can you hear how that sounds? It doesn't sound like it's got an AR in, does it? A R sound like we would normally do in our phonics. So we have to listen carefully, and when we hear a O sound and there's a W, we need to spell it with an AR. So war, warm, ward, and towards. The rule still applies when the W is in the middle of a word. There are not many of these words. There are only a few words that you will find with this spelling rule. So let's take a look. Let's have a look if you can spot what's behind my square. Can you see what's in the picture? Can you write the spelling down? What can you see what's happening in my picture? How would you spell it? There's a clue already on our slide there. So remember our spelling rule. Shall we have a look? Well done. Even though it sounds like an O sound, it is spelled with an A-R. Let's have a look what's next. Oh, sat by the fire. What are you? Oh, they're getting nice and... Pause the video, have a write down of the spelling. How would you spell that word? You ready? Warm. W-O, but with our A-R spelling after the W. W-O-M, warm. Let's try another one. What are they on? Where are they in the hospital? They're in the hospital because they're not very well. But when you go to the hospital, you go onto I'm going to tell you this word because you might not be sure. It's a ward. How would you spell the word ward? Remember our spelling rule. It's got a W at the beginning. W-O-D. But remember the spelling rule for how we spell the O sound. You ready? Well done if you've got that one. So read the story. This is your first task. Read the story and can you find and copy down the words that have the W spelling rule, that W-O sound, but spelled with an A-R. So pause the video, have a read through and see if you can spot those W-O with A-R spelling rule in them. So that's your first task. Your second task for today is to pause the video and complete the sentences. It's by the fire. My granddad always tells stories about the train was heading the station's platform. There was of bees in the park. Now some of my or spelling rules might not be at the beginning of the word, they might be in the middle of some of those words. So pause the video, see if you can spot those war sounds.